YouTube, this is Vargas, and I'm back again with this week's Movie Freak Bazaar DVD purchases. This week he had a lot of stuff that I wanted to get, so I kind of splurged a little bit compared to last week. But let's get started because there's a lot to talk about. Finally got a copy of Real Steel. This is the Hugh Jackman Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I guess they couldn't get the rights to that name, but it's basically the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's this future where they kind of outlaw human boxing, and so instead people box with robots. And Hugh Jackman is a washed-up boxer that teams up with his son to fix this old, beat-up robot, and together they, it's basically the Rocky story with Rock'em Sock'em. They go to the championship and fight the Apollo Creed robot. It sounds like it's ripping off a whole bunch of stuff, but I still really liked it. I thought Hugh Jackman was really cool. I thought, again, because it's riding on a lot of Rocky vibes, and I really like Rocky. I just really like this one, but yeah, I highly recommend Real Steel. I've mentioned this before, and I mentioned this a lot. I'm on this kick to own and watch older movies. Because I really dig older movies. I like the craft that went into doing older movies. Not to say that there's not some good stuff releasing nowadays, but everything seems too fakey. Scripts seem too fakey, or it seems like they're just adapting or remaking everything. And they cheat a lot with CGI, and I don't like that. I like the craft of older movies. So I'm going back and collecting some older movies, and there are some that I have skipped because it's not really my favorite genre, but Movie Freak Bazaar had this one, and I was like, I've never come across a copy of it. Let's get it, and it's The Way We Were with Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford. I have seen this one. Again, it's not my favorite genre, but it's still a really good movie nonetheless, and finally got a copy, so win-win. This one is a weird one. It's a movie adaptation of an old TV show which I don't remember ever seeing, but it's called The Avengers, not the Marvel Avengers. But it stars Sean Connery as a bad guy that has a board meeting with a bunch of furries. Everyone's dressed like in this weird teddy bear suits. It has Uma Thurman channeling Black Widow. And it has Ralph Fiennes playing this like gentleman spy, which might be the inspiration for the Kingsman series. But it's not a good movie. It really isn't, but it's still a weird movie, and I have never come across a copy of this one till now, so I jumped at the opportunity to get it because it's weird. Been interested in getting this series because for ironic reasons, just to get a good chuckle out of this. But it's the Bible Man series. I was actually trying to get the older Bible Man because I've seen a couple of episodes online and they're hilarious to me. But this is like the more recent Bible Man because he looks different than the one I saw. And it also has Bible Girl, so... Blind Buy, don't know anything about this one, just looked interesting. It's a comedy, and it's called Alien Autopsy. I have not seen this, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Picked up one with a really long-ass title, Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters, Predacons Rising. I really like the original Transformers. I really like Transformers Generation 2. I really like Beast Wars. Those are the ones I've enjoyed the most. This series is okay. The animation's not the best. But I thought it was pretty cool. And this is the last episode that they made into a long movie where Unicron comes back and he takes possession of Megatron's body and he wants to destroy the Autobots. So yeah, I don't like the designs of this one per se, but I have a couple of seasons on DVD, so I might as well have the last episode. This one, I say this a lot, this one I already own, but this is a different cut, supposedly. Different version of the movie, and this is Kung Fu Hustle. I have Kung Fu Hustle on DVD, but this one has some more extras, and it says that it has that's an all-new version with never before seen footage from the Hong Kong version, because the copy that I have, I guess might have been edited. I don't know. And I mentioned this before. I like collecting different cuts of movies because sometimes it might be something as stupid as just a couple of minutes. Maybe not even that. But sometimes it's edited different. Sometimes they add more to it. So yeah, I like collecting different versions of movies that I've already seen, because I find that very interesting. Pick this one up because I've actually been trying to get a copy of this, even though it's a total ripoff of Men in Black, but instead of aliens, it's ghosts. And it's R.I.P.D. with Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds. Kevin Bacon is also in this. Unfortunately, it's a little water damaged, and that's always a bummer. You can see it, water damage here, and that kind of sucks. But I'll just upgrade it to a different one. But for some reason, this movie got really hard to get. I haven't come across a copy of this one until now. So yeah, it's a total Men in Black ripoff. But I still kind of liked it. The thing about me is that once I get into collecting something, I see it all the way through and I get all of it. And I've gotten into collecting the Madea movies, and again, some people like them, some people don't. I find them kind of funny, but not for the reason that probably was meant to be. I mentioned I wanted to get the Halloween one and the Christmas one because it kind of parallels the Ernest movies. But Movie Freak Bazaar had a couple, and I was like, I might as well. And this is Medea's Witness Protection. And where's the other one? I also picked up Medea's Class Reunion. This isn't a movie. This is a DVD recording of a play that they did starring Madea. So, this one is a political thriller, and I like political thrillers. I don't like drama so much, but political thrillers are really cool. And it has a really cool cast. It has Jake Gyllenhaal, Reese Witherspoon, Peter Sarsgaard, and Meryl Streep, and it's rendition. So yeah, looks interesting, and the cast looks interesting. I got Disney Plus because of my kids, so technically we can watch this whenever we want, but I am an old man that is stuck in his ways of collecting physical media, and I always will be. But Movie Freak Bazaar had this one on sale, and it's the DVD for Cars. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll pick that one up. I like physical media. It has a whole bunch of special features, has an extra short that was in the movie release. It also has a new mini movie and a whole bunch of special features. I'm not the biggest fan of the Cars series. I mentioned them before. The first one just seems to be like a ripoff of Duck Holiday. Cars 2 I didn't like. Cars 3 was okay, but I picked it up because of the collection, because I have 1 and 2. But yeah, not a big fan of the Cars series. Blind Buy, I don't know anything about this one, but I like martial art movies, and this one looks interesting. It's called So Close. Don't know, but I'm a sucker for martial art movies. Reason why I also picked up, starring Chow Yun-fat, The Postman Fights Back. Even though reading on the back, Chow Yun-fat isn't the main guy in this one, it's someone else, but still, can't go wrong with martial arts. Finally got a copy of this one. It's a snapper case, but it's in really good condition, and it's New Jack City. I have been wanting to get a copy of this, and every time he gets a copy in the album, someone beats me to it, but I finally have a copy of my own. So awesome. Picked up from the NBA. I mentioned this before. I really like basketball, and this is Dunks. The compilation of the best dunks in NBA history. And I watched that Michael Jordan documentary, and it was awesome. So I'm really happy to get this one. And this one it's a 2-disc set that has the dunk video and the CD that has the music of the documentary. So win-win. Picked this one up because I needed one to complete the set. Like I said, if you buy a certain number of movies, you get a lower price. And everything I bought, but I was still looking for one to complete the set, and this is the one that I completed, but it's not good. But it's Spy Kids 4, All the Time in the World. It stars Jessica Alba, which is a plus because I really like Jessica Alba. but it's not good. I'm hoping Robert Rodriguez does not make any more Spy Kids movies, because this one wasn't good. The only one I owned was Part 3 because it has Sylvester Stallone. That's the only one I wanted. But yeah, I don't know. Picked up The Quick and the Dead. I was skipping this one because I thought I already owned it, but the one that I have is directed by Sam Raimi, and it stars the girl from Fatal Attraction. No, not Fatal Attraction. Sharon Stone. It stars Sharon Stone and I think Leonardo DiCaprio. But this is a different The Quick and the Dead. So yeah, it stars Sam Elliott, so that should have been a dead giveaway. That's not the same one, but yeah, picked up. And the last two I picked up is Clifford's really big movie. I remember catching a couple episodes of Clifford's about this big red dog, and I didn't know they made a movie out of it, but it came with a slipcase that I thought was really cool, and it's still sealed, so I was like, well, that's a plus, but I did not know that they made a movie of Clifford. I know that they made a movie of Curious George, but I did not know that they made a movie out of Clifford, so I picked that one for my kid. And the last one I picked up, mostly because of the cast, is Edison Force. Stars Morgan Freeman. Yeah, it's Justin Timberlake, LL Cool J, and Kevin Spacey. And not a lot of people talk about Kevin Spacey because of stuff that he did, but I've always been good at distancing the actor and his roles from the controversy. And Kevin Spacey was a really good actor, so yeah, but he did some really messed up things apparently. So this looks like an action movie that don't know if it's good, but I'll find out. So that was the update for this one. I really splurged on this one because he just really had a lot of cool stuff. I always like to make the recommendation of the haul and of the ones that I've seen and I can recommend. Kung Fu Hustle, if you like martial arts, you'll dig this one. Cinemassacre did a rental review with a double feature with this one and Kung Pao. Both are really cool. And also Real Steel, again, if you like boxing, if you like Rocky, if you like Rock'em Sock'em, this covers pretty much all of that. So yeah, that was the collection pickup video. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for commenting. Thanks so much for leaving a thumbs up. The interactions help the channel, so I appreciate that. But until I see you all again, please take care during these still crazy times. And I'll hope to see you soon. Till then, bye.